Hi guys, Brian from oldcamreview.blogspot.com. I have a really great review for you today, guys. It's the Exakta VX IIa. This is an old camera, very old, circa 1950s. It was produced in Russian-occupied Germany, and it's just a really interesting, beautiful looking camera. Probably one of the most beautiful cameras I've ever seen. This is a really nice piece of work, very jewel-like, just really well put together, finely machined. Really interesting to look at. I know you guys are going to like it. It was one of the first SLRs, and there were lots of companies making, accessories and stuff for this camera. And Carl Zeiss made lenses for it with the Carl Zeiss G.A.S series, all sorts of good stuff. Innovative in design, and anyway, just a very, very important camera historically. So anyway, so I just wanted to show you this, and we'll be back with the full review. I'm going to show you top to bottom about this camera. And go through all sorts of stuff. So anyway, here we go. You guys ready? The Exakta VX IIa. All right, guys, here we go. The Exakta VX IIa. Let's got the complete original box here, which is just awesome. Yeah, so we're just going to open up some of this stuff. You go. This old filter. You don't need that right now. But here, let's go. So here's actually right here is the alternate finder. I believe this is the waist level finder. Yep, waist level finder. And we have the camera itself. Well, it's an unboxing from 1950 something. Here we go. There's the original user's manual and import certificate and a brochure on the Exakta series. Actually, the Exakta series was really cool. They had a whole ton of accessories and lenses and all kinds of stuff available for this camera. Yeah, this is just a whole lens series here. And a lot of these lenses, actually, most of the lenses that you see actually with the Exaktas are the Zeiss G.A.S lenses. Then this is a, of course, Zeiss lenses are legendary, but yeah, there's a whole range of stuff just for these cameras. Really very cool stuff. So let me put all this stuff back here. And okay, so here we go. We have the accessory waist level finder, which we'll put on in just a second. So we're just going to leave that out right here for the moment. And look at this case. This is just beautiful. Like, just heavy, sturdy, old film canisters, metal film canisters. Really cool stuff. All right, so let's just take this guy out of his never-ready case. So, wow. You guys ready? This is just gorgeous. Here we go. All right, there we go. The Exakta VX IIa. Just a beauty. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. This is probably one of the most beautiful cameras I've ever seen. It's just great looking, very classic. The coolest thing about this camera, at least for me being a lefty, is everything's on the left-hand side. It's basically a left-handed camera. You just don't see that, and that's just great. The winder right here goes all the way almost 360 degrees. Shutter button right here. On the left-hand side of the camera. Everything is set up lefty, which is great. I don't know if, there's a particular reason that they designed it that way, but it really is just very cool. So if you are a left-handed person, I think you're going to enjoy this camera, although I'm a lefty, and of course I use right-handed cameras all the time. So, if you want, you can adapt. It's not like you have to be a lefty. It's not that difficult to transition. So, yeah, the winder, great. It's got a manual counter reset, so you have to reset the counter manually every time you load your film. But even doing this is just, everything feels so precise and well machined, and just it really is a nicely put together camera. The mirror is not an auto return mirror. When you wind the camera, the mirror, and you release the shutter, the mirror will not automatically reset back up, so you're not going to be able to see anything through the lens until you wind the camera again. The controls on the camera is such. There's the winder. Film counter is right here. Again, that's manual. Your shutter speed settings are right here on top of the camera. So, and this is very much like the most Russian cameras, and then like the old Leica, 3s and stuff like that. You lift and turn, and then set your shutter speed. And shutter speeds can be set from 1/25th, 50th, 100th of a second, 2/50th, 500, and 1,000 in bulb. So you can do your tripod stuff and a little bit, just calculate your own shutter time for your bulb work. This is the self timer here, completely just giant knob dedicated to that. That's just so cool. This is the prism finder. This particular one has a cold shoe or an accessory shoe on top, and this is actually removable. This is an aftermarket piece from Agfa, but yeah, this is just a prism finder, and the finders on this and the prisms are all removable and interchangeable. So what we have here, and which I actually prefer on this camera, there's a release lever here, and you pull out your prism. There's your Fresnel there, and that can be taken out and cleaned and maintained as well. Here, and then this other finder that we have is the waist level finder, and these just all pop in here, and then you would push the button on the back and lifts up your waist level finder. The view through here really is just amazing. It's lovely. This is a fine focus magnifier. This can flip down out of the way if you just want to do some zone focusing and stuff like that. You can just frame your shot. This is really fun for street shooting too. You're a little bit less conspicuous, just kind of looking through here and setting your focus and stuff like that from here. Another nice thing is the depth of field scale on the top here. These two indicators here actually move to show you your depth of field based on your aperture setting. Really kind of a neat feature, and just really looks slick and really well done. There are 3 PC connections on this for your flash. There's different voltages, I believe, or different timings depending upon which PC connection you use. Again, most of the Exaktas also did come with the Zeiss Jena lenses. This particular one does not. This has an Exakta lens, which is an f2 50mm lens. But they're all sort of the same principle. All the lenses with this camera system come with the shutter button built in. There's the release on the lens. So you put the lens right back in here, and then you're ready to shoot. Pretty cool. And then again, this flips up, and you have your magnifier, all that stuff. Inside the camera is kind of cool. Here, the film loads from right to left again. So you would wind here, and this is your take-up spool here, and your shutter release. So this take-up spool is, of course, removable here, and let's get that back in there. There we go. What's also really cool here is there is a film cutter. So if you have a spooled film which is taped on, you can't get it off, or whatever it is, you are able to slice the film off. So you could wind it onto the take-up spool, or if you had a cartridge, another cartridge in here that they did make available, you can wind it into the cartridge and then cut the film here. You can also rewind it here. There's a rewind release right here, which would allow you to then rewind your film back in to the standard 35mm chamber. They hadn't really standardized everything yet for 35mm at this point in time, so there's a lot of different systems out there, but this cutter was very cool, where you could just slice off your film if needed. Just make sure you don't use it while you're mid-roll. Yeah, cloth shutters, and it is just a really nicely put together camera. This thing is in like amazing condition, this particular camera. And I wanted to thank the guys over at Newtonville Camera for providing us with this camera. Also when you open this, basically it's pretty cool. So you you lift the knob, you rotate it, and that's going to leave it in sort of its extended position here, so you're not like putting pressure on the hinge of the film door. So you just open it, load your film, close it up tight, turn the knob, and then that door locks into place. So they really thought of everything. It's just a nicely thought out camera, beautifully designed. Again, if you're a lefty, if you're a film shooter, if you like waist level finders, if you like, you know, twin lens reflex, you know, style shooting, I mean, this camera just kind of has everything. If you like old cameras, if you like retro cameras, this thing is just going to be a blast to use. So anyway, that's about it. I think I've covered pretty much everything here. If you have any other questions, please leave them for me in the comments below. Please subscribe. Again, I want to thank Newtonville Camera, nvcamera.com, for providing us with the camera. They don't pay us, and we're not they're just nice guys. They're helping us out. They're letting us use cameras so I can share these cameras with you guys. Again, nvcamera.com. Check them out. Again, this is Brian from oldcamreview.blogspot.com. This is the Exakta VX IIa. And if you want this particular camera, give Newtonville Camera a call and they'll be happy to sell it to you. So that's it. Guys, thank you very much. Any requests, information you're looking for, please let me know. Brian, oldcamreview.blogspot.com.